Hey, how's it going, everyone? I'm Sean Courtney, the mortgage doctor from Global Mortgage. I'm here with my good friend Eran Sinai.
Hi, Sean.
Hello, Eran. How are you?
Good, excellent, thank you.
Eran is the CEO and founder of ID CyberCenter. He was very kind and gracious enough to make himself available to us on short notice because we have some big news. Unfortunately, in the news, the Equifax, one of the main of the three credit reporting bureaus, reported that their data was breached back in May.
Sometime between May and July, we don't know exactly.
So several months ago, and they decided now would be a good time to finally let people know that over 140 million people's data has been breached with the bureau. So Eran is here to talk about it and share some of his expertise and knowledge with us. So what first of all, what happened, Eran? Like, what are we really looking at out there?
So apparently, sometime around May or July, we don't know exactly, about 143 million people's data was breached and stolen from Equifax. Problem with that is our entire life is there. Not only our social security and date of birth and driving license, credit card maybe information, but our entire life. Where did we live? How long ago? Who do we bank with? Employers. Everything you've ever done, if there's one place it's stored, it's the credit bureaus.
Right.
So that's bad news.
Yeah.
Very bad news.
So one thing that people can do and what Equifax has put up is they put up a website so you can go and you can find out if you have been a victim, if your data was potentially breached. That website is equifaxsecurity2017.com. You can go in and find out if you've been affected. Eran also has some other suggestions about some other things that you should do as well.
So first, after you found out if you've been part of it, which most people that I've talked to have been,
right,
stop there. I know a lot of people accepting the signing up for free because it is free and it's offered by them. But think about it twice. So before you do that, here are a few things you should do. First of all, go to annualcreditreport.com. Okay, it's a service by the bureaus that mandates them once a year to give you a copy of your credit report. If you haven't done it this year, annualcreditreport.com, it's a free service.
And even if you have, usually if you're a victim of any kind of credit issues, then they will give you a free report.
Right.
So.
And then what I would do, go over it. Like you said before, look for inquiries, look for accounts that may not be yours, look for additional addresses that popped up on your report. Okay. Once you've done that, change passwords. Change password to a lot of accounts. Don't keep it simple. Give you another example. Don't make it simple because apparently we found out that from some sources that Equifax handled data for a lot of countries. One of the countries, I believe it was Argentina, their password for their platform that hosts all the data was admin.
Okay.
Yeah. So
obviously, it's not just the hackers might have got your information; they might have actually gone in and changed information.
Exactly.
Equifax hasn't said this, but they haven't really been forthcoming or seemingly very ethical about the situation from the beginning.
Correct.
Hopefully none of their attorneys are watching me, but I think but the news kind of supports that opinion.
Exactly. So it's not our opinion here.
Right.
It's a disclaimer. It's not what we think. It's what we've heard and sources are saying.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can find it. It's public information, right? So another thing is once you've changed your password, look for phishing emails because now they have your bank information. It's really, really important. I cannot emphasize it enough. Is that now you're going to start getting emails from your bank supposedly saying, hey, Sean, your information has been breached. Log in right away to change your password. Guess what? It's a phishing email. You're going to do that from the email. They got you.
They want you to click through that email, give up some more personal information that they're going to use to access bank accounts or credit card accounts.
So if you need to go directly to the bank's website, not through emails.
Right.
Absolutely not. Then you need to also after you change your password and you did that, you gotta look at your credit card statements, debit card statement, bank statement. Watch it very closely. The next few months.
Follow
Be very sensitive. For every dollar, they will try with few cents that you may not realize it, and then they'll hit you. So you really gotta watch yourself, and freeze your credit. Look, it's a little bit of a pain to freeze your credit. It's not for the $10 or whatever that it costs. The problem is once you freeze your credit and you need credit, you get to unfreeze it. You have to unfreeze it, and it's a process.
So if you're going to get a mortgage or a car loan or trying to open a credit card, you have to actually proactively contact the bureaus. They don't make it very difficult. Their technology is not the greatest.
Exactly.
But it's a worthwhile step, and that way that will help prevent anyone from opening any credit in your name without them letting you know. And the freeze, generally, they will, if there's application, they will contact you whatever number you give them when you set the freeze up.
Correct. And the thing is, but here's the thing, and which leads us to the next thing we need to do is, unfortunately, I would recommend, and again, it comes from a lot of national advocacy attorneys, not me personally, saying maybe you want to think of third-party monitoring. I know it's going to cost money, and the whole pathetic thing and sad thing is that we now have to pay to protect information that we haven't volunteered to give, and we are not paying to give it. As a matter of fact, the bureaus are making money on information reported about us, and now we have to pay to protect what they're getting paid for.
Right.
So it's really sad.
It's not a good situation,
No,
but
it's
the reality is companies have been hacked, governments have been hacked. Now the bureau has been hacked. They're a private company, and there's no one really looking out for the consumer. Very, very minimal. I mean, it's really just what they think that they have to do legally, which is not very much.
Right.
And so, if you're not protecting yourself, we're in a wild, worldly age. We're in the information age. That's a great thing. It gives us a lot of conveniences. However, it can also leave some liabilities because now our information is out there. Everything is so convenient, but that also makes it convenient for people who want to do bad guys who want to do things and take advantage of things. So. It might be worth looking at some of those third-party monitoring services. Eran, what are some of the things when people are looking at a service? What kind of features or what sort of things do you think that they need to be aware of? I
think you need to read the small print. It's a little tedious, but you need to read the small print because not every $9.99 program or $24.99 or $19.99 is the same. It looks it because the advertising and the way they want you to hear, but that's not the way it is. So you gotta really see what you're getting. I recommend 3-bureau monitoring, okay? But it's not only about your credit, it's about how about looking after your social. What if they go in to some other state, get a driving license in your name with your social? What if they, God forbid, commit crimes? And I've seen it happen. So it's not only monitoring your credit. Maybe a company offers social security number tracing or monitoring throughout the country. What about payday loan? Now I have your social, I have your driving license number, bank account. Even without a bank account, I can make a fake check, go and get a payday loan in your name in a second. I get $3, $2, $4 grand with no hassle. And then I just don't pay. The check bounces, obviously not a real check. And then guess who they're coming after? So you want to really look what is offered based on your activity. Look, we're the only one, there's only one company really that offers social media monitoring. If that's something you deal with, there's a lot of hacking to Facebook right now. I see it all the time. Friend requests from people that are already friends, we're friends with.
And that's kind of like a sting phishing thing where they're trying to gain confidence or pretend that they're someone that you already have confidence with.
Right. So think twice before you accept any friend requests. And what if they? I recommend another really important thing. If you haven't filed your taxes, hurry up.
So get your taxes in.
Yeah.
Someone can file under your name. They can collect your refund.
Absolutely. So that's also very important. And most importantly, again, be a little bit more conscious. Be a little more diligent about watching out for things. Don't choose those easy to remember passwords the same for everything. Really pay attention and read based on your activities what type of service you need. It's going to take you time, but read the small prints. That's what I would say to do.
And Eran was very gracious to come on. He's also very what's the word I'm looking for? And he didn't want to come on and be salesy and pitch his product, but he has a great data monitoring product, a great monitoring product. I'm gonna put that in the comment section here. But if you're gonna consider data monitoring, consider monitoring your identity, I definitely recommend looking at the service that he offers. A lot of things that he talked about. Obviously, he's an expert in the field, and he really was instrumental in the development of this service, so to make sure that it really does protect people from the most common things out there and the most dangerous things out there. So definitely check that out. And you have a new show.
Yes. So if you're watching us, you're the first to hear it. We're getting back on the air. I'm getting back on the air on Mondays at 5 p.m. ESPN 1700.
Okay.
It's Common Sense with Eran Sinai. You can download the ESPN app and watch it. Listen to it. You can watch us live in the studio. It's a TV recording, so you can We're going to live stream it. You can go on the ESPN website. You can turn your radio to ESPN 1700 AM, listen to it, and every Monday at 5, I'm going to have people like Sean talking about mortgages, talking about the market. We're talking about the real estate, financial markets. We're going to try to take all the jargon we're using today and make common sense out of it.
Right, and you're an expert in the consumer law field, so any things related to consumer activity in the financial markets, as Eran is saying, or any of the areas that we can get ourselves into trouble, or someone else can get us into trouble in the consumer law field. Eran's here to help us stay out of that trouble. So. Good luck with the show. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Of course.
If you have questions or comments, please reach out to me directly or leave them in the comments section. I'm going to be monitoring that. Eran has said that he would also be glad to check in on that. So if you have questions, please put them on there. This is a big data breach. It's really affecting a lot of people. And the amount of information that's out there could be very bad for people if this stuff gets in the wrong hands, which it probably will.
Has already.
So so it probably has 3 months ago. But thanks for watching. Again, if you have any questions, let us know.